right, so that first stop is done. So I heard something yesterday, and the whole reason to get this office was so I can hire an employee to start helping out with some of the stuff, especially some of the small stuff like this. So I heard something last night, and it really makes sense, and I'm really gonna just try to beat this into my head, and that was whatever that you want in life, you have to change your frequency to actually become that person that already has whatever you're looking for or that you want. So what I'm gonna do is just start getting ready for this new employee. Just literally getting ready for this new employee to start, so that I am that person that already has an employee working for me. That means getting the help desk software up and running, getting all the documentation, policies, procedures in place, so when that person first starts, they're ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna become that person that already in my mind has an employee. Makes sense. All right, so it's day 5, so a whole week with this office. And this morning ran a call. She saw that last video there. And then came back to the office, helped out with some client stuff, remote support, stuff like that. And finally made the switch. The primary number that I have was a Google Voice number. And so it just forwarded to my cell phone. I went ahead and made the switch and got it all like switched over to Teams. Did the port anyway, so that'll be completed next week. So I'll be 100% on Teams at that time. And I'll start working on more like, automated, or not automated, but more like voice recordings, so that when people come in, I can help to qualify them before they actually get to me, just to kind of get rid of the looky-loos and the people that are wanting like home stuff, or just people who just want just random crap. Like, I don't want to deal with that stuff anymore. So also worked on the help desk software, revisited that, basically made a bunch of changes to it to make it ready so that when the new person starts, it's ready to go. So there was quite a few things that I needed to change because I had just basically installed it maybe about 3 weeks to a month ago. Hadn't really like done anything, to go in and actually fine tune it. So did all that today, and went through the process to reactivate the Google Ads account. So the plan is to build a landing page for Lee Summit, Missouri, and just start dominating this area. So that's what I'm gonna do this weekend. Is I have a desk coming in today, and it's gonna move some stuff around. I'm gonna actually make this desk basically an L desk. I'm just gonna move that over to the corner. So I tried to make this so that basically I had this going to the dock and then 2 screens, but it just isn't gonna work out. So I'm gonna replace those monitors. I have a new monitor on order. I just got a big ultra wide, just because it looks like the MacBook Air just will not do 2 monitors. So whatever, I'm getting an upgrade. So I might move these monitors over here and then take that home, just so I can kind of do this nice clean monitor and all white kind of aesthetic in here. Or I might send them back. They were $100 each on Amazon, so I don't know. I'll probably send them back, honestly, because this new monitor was like $800 or something, so something crazy. So this weekend, just gonna finish up the office 100%, so that on Monday I don't have to dick around with that kind of stuff. I can just be really hard nosed to the grind, because I'm at a point where I really want to get an employee and I really want to start growing this business. So I'm going to make a goal for myself to either pick up 2 new clients, 2 to 5 new clients. Once I have 2 to 5 new clients, I'm just going to begin the process to bring somebody in. I mean, I'm at that point, and, just roll the dice on that. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but, I'm at a point where, I'm at a higher level right now, a higher frequency, if you will. Like, I'm in that zone. Like, I've been wanting to get an employee just to basically help out with all these really mundane calls that I get, just kind of like the stupid stuff. There's some clients that I deal with, it's like real low end level stuff. I want to focus more on sales, server support, network stuff, penetration testing, things of that nature, so that, it's kind of like higher level. And the desktop stuff, I can get a technician to handle out all that kind of stuff. Cause I don't know, I'm getting older, and I just, I don't see myself crawling under desks for the rest of my life. I mean, the money's good, the pay's good, but, I'd rather, send somebody out there to do that. Cause I mean, I'm at a point right now where I've always heard that, you have to double your money. So whenever I bring this new person in, like I kind of said in maybe one of the other videos, once I get this new person in, the plan is to bring them in for 4 hours a day. And so $25 an hour, contract work, 4 hours a day, 8 to noon, because that's when all the calls come in, $100 a day. And so in order to do that, I'm going to need to, send them out on at least one service call a day. So right now I'm charging $125 an hour. So minimum 2 hours, send them out $250. They get paid $100, $150 goes to me. I don't have to deal with kind of like a computer setup or just kind of real basic stuff. So kind of excited for that. And then just basically once that's done, just grow. Now I notice I say basically and actually a lot in these videos, and I already know that it's just my nerves doing that. Over time, I will not do that, because I've made other videos before in the past for other stuff, other subjects. And over time that kind of just went away. So forgive me for doing that stuff. I watch these videos back and it's like, it's cringy, but I'm working on that. So next week starts week number 2. And I mean, I made some money this week. I mean, no shortage of like calls, no shortage of stuff to do, no shortage of like making money. The thing is, I'm here to grow, and I'm here to actually just kind of put my nose to the grindstone and just keep working. So still like running into some major roadblocks, just with stupid stuff like slow internet still, and two-factor on a bunch of stuff that I just haven't been able to switch over yet. You have to open a ticket or call them, or just all kinds of weird stuff. I really wish I'd have waited to do that. So just a mental note, if you're ever changing phone numbers, keep your old number for at least a week or two just to get all your two-factor stuff transferred over, because if you don't, it's a nightmare, really. So kind of excited for this weekend. I've got 2 new tables coming in, a desk and a table. Gonna get this office completely done, so I don't have to worry about this anymore with just like, just not kind of enjoying what it looks like, and also not having 2 monitors, like that just blows. So this weekend it'll all be done. Still waiting to get that new internet though, so I can get like this. That's a little camera over there. Ain't activated yet. The printer hasn't been set up because I don't have proper Wi-Fi just yet. So all that stuff is going to get taken care of this week. So overall, good week in the office. Made a lot of money just dealing with my normal clients, but really haven't grown the business, and that's kind of what this is here for. I have noticed that I have done more work being in the office than I did at home. Just like creating lists, working through stuff, not just scrolling the internet. I've not done that being here. I'm not, looking up news and all kind of dumb stuff all day long. So this office has helped out quite a bit. And I guess it's because, you have that thing in your head where it's like, okay, there's an added expense, so I need to work harder. And I mean, that's really what I'm here for, is so that I can actually said it again, so that I can work harder, so I can build this business, so I can get an employee, so I can get 2 employees, 3 employees, 4 employees, 5 employees, and just really take this thing to the next level, because that's the plan. And not only that, it's pick up better clients. So when I start running these Google ads, I just found out about this thing called Rail Call or Call Rail or something like that, where they provide you a phone number, but it's a way for you to track these calls that come in. And this is actually a way where you can actually, see, I said it again, shit. This is a way where you can tell Google, which one of these calls converted and which ones did not. And the ones that are converted into a customer, you can let Google know that, so that Google knows to send more of these calls your way. Now, I read online earlier today that, being an MSP, it's really all about me going out and trying to find out the needs of the customer, and not so much me just providing a service. We have to find out what the needs of that client is. So, when a client is going to pay you anywhere from $100 to $5,000 a month, and I currently have a client that's paying me more than $5,000 a month right now, sometimes $10,000 a month to support them. It really is all about their needs, and those clients are really, really hard to get. So, but that particular client started out as a client where I was just doing break fix, and then it's kind of transformed into what it is today. So I'm not going to discount just regular companies that call in, but I'm really going to be trying to kind of weed out, some of the really, really small companies, no home-based businesses, absolutely not. I'm trying to hit that sweet spot of about 10 users or more. I have a couple of clients so my biggest client is more than 100 users, and my second biggest client is more than 50 users. And those are my bread and butter. And I go above and beyond to make sure that they're taken care of and satisfied. So if I can just get one more big client, I can easily fill this desk, no problem. And then assign this person to that account. And that's it. And then get another client, another desk, another employee, and then just keep it going. Because they're out there and the opportunity is right now. And I can't think of a better time. I think the economy is going to start doing a lot better here in the next couple of years. And after that, happens, there's going to be more money for all of us out here. That's what I think. But you might think it's, end of the world, and that's great. Keep thinking it's end of the world, because you're not going to start an MSP business, and I am, and I'm going to take all that money. So just know that. So that's it for today. Wrapping it up, Friday. Had a pretty good week. Really excited about the office. I actually look forward to coming in here. Super excited when I left this morning, because I knew I was going to go run a service call, then come back here and knock some stuff out. And I did all that. So about to kick off the weekend. No stress, no worries, nothing hanging. I started Monday morning. It was a horrible day Monday, that very first video. My biggest clients, they had a QuickBooks issue. We had to send the QuickBooks file off to QuickBooks support. They finally fixed the file and got it back to them this morning. So a whole week of me being on edge is over with. Everyone's back into the file. They're back on tracks, like 6 users. I hate it when that stuff happens, but it's resolved. So next week is going to be about Google Ads, getting something going for the Lead Summit area, building a landing page specifically designed for Lead Summits, and just basically then just try to take over the Lead Summit area. And there's So there's a spot here in Lead Summit. It's called Lakewood. It's luxury homes right on the lake. Really nice. So there's money out here. And in fact, I think Lead Summit is probably one of the more wealthier, cities in Jackson County, probably the most wealthy county in Jackson County. So I picked the perfect spot. So once I begin the process to dominate this area, get at least 2 to 5 clients nearby, hopefully, then I'm hiring an employee. And then there's another even better area. It's called Johnson County. It's in Kansas. It's not too far from here at all, maybe about 10 miles away. Got a bunch of clients already in Johnson County, and I'm gonna start to try to dominate Johnson County, because that's where the corporate woods is, that's where the big businesses are, that's where the money is. And I know that once I get to that area, it's over with. The business is gonna grow. There's a company here in town, and they got bought out. They got real big, and they got bought out. It was called the Purple Guys. And they used to run Google Ads 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I know it cost them thousands probably a day to do that. I want to get to that level. But they had maybe 20 employees here in town. I mean, it was a big organization, still is. But they got bought out by a big conglomerate. And I'm sure they took a big payday, or, took a big payday for a slice of the company or something, because I do love doing this stuff and it is my passion. But I would like to maybe someday sell this place, get it built up like crazy, sell it, and then just go find me a remote piece of land somewhere and just retire. And put some grapevines on that, open a winery and bed and breakfast, and retire in style. So that's the plan for real, for real. So like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you next time.